All right, you wanna hear the key to massive success? Check out this next video.
Awesome. So I think that business ownership, you see a lot of businesses fail, right? And it's something that people have a fear around. Is this ridiculous? It's like 90% of businesses fail in the first 7 years or something like that. It's pretty high. But if you really look at it, it's typically traditional businesses and small businesses, right? So traditional being your storefront, having the inventory, all that, right? There's a lot of overhead and risk that goes with that. If you look at small business versus big business. Small business is the self-employed person who's really good at doing something, who goes out and does it, right? So look at, you might meet somebody who's an amazing plumber, right? That guy's an amazing plumber. He doesn't necessarily ever teach anybody else. He just goes and does the job. So he gets a call, he goes out, he does it, he's awesome. One day though, his body's gonna break down, he's gonna get ready for retirement, he's not gonna be able to do it anymore. He wants to take a vacation and he just can't because he can't miss a week of work. That's your small business, right? And so the key is there though, he's never duplicated. He never figured out how to teach other people how to do it. Imagine if he instead taught 10 other people how to be as good of a plumber as he is. And then they go out and they're doing jobs while he's doing a job. And then he decides he wants to take a vacation. Well, he's still got 10 people bringing in income for his business, right? He's duplicated. And so I think a key to business success, the biggest key to success is you have to duplicate. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. I think sometimes they get in the mentality of, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it myself, right? If I gotta get this done the right way, it's gonna be me doing it. And that's what holds people back, right? Because if you wanna go out and you eventually wanna have some time and you wanna be able to have, that ability to go on vacation, to be able to go, I don't know, spend time with your kids on a Monday, whatever it might be, you've got to have an income coming in. And so the key to that is duplication, which is where I think as people are looking at businesses, what we typically do is we're employees and we're really good at something. And we go, well, I don't need to work for somebody. I can do this on my own. So we become self-employed, right? Which is great. But then if you don't ever go, how do I teach other people how to do this and build a system? So then sometimes people will look, maybe I'll franchise, right? A plumbing franchise where I can be part of this system. I'll be able to teach other people. And so that's where you start to go, okay, now you're going to have that income coming in kind of ongoing. You don't have to be the one working every day. You reach your 40s, you go, man, I don't want to have to crouch down on a bathroom floor anymore. I want to be sitting at home, relaxing while I'm bringing in income. So duplication is the key, right? And there's many platforms to do that. And we talk a lot about that, but that was the key. When we had our construction company, Jake was doing all the construction. We might have had a random contractor here and there working for us, but at the end of the day, 99% of the work was you. And so we had to figure out how to scale that and how to build it, which in our model was tough. There was a lot of income that was needed, insurance that was needed. There's a lot of risk with that. And so what we wanted was to find something that was going to be low income, low investment, a nice system that was already in place that we didn't have to create.
Simple, scalable, duplicatable.
Simple, scale. And so we were able to find some where we could teach other people with low effort on our end, teaching them. I mean, we're going to put in the time to help them, but there's so many tools already in place. And I think that's the key to business.
Well, I think it's leveraging time. Everybody wants to leverage time, and old traditional is like, I'm going to leverage it from a top-down model. And that's the can't relinquish creative control. I have to be the guy. I want to be the one who's edified all the time. But the true greats edify the team, edify the positions, right? And what's cool is if you truly treat people right and teach people right, they should be bigger and better than you. And that's the ultimate goal, right? I mean, if Jolene and I can't teach somebody how to be bigger and better than us, then we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. And I think that's duplication. It's not like you take one storefront and then you want the next one to do worse than you. No, you want that next one to do better than the original, right? And so it's a fascinating perspective on business, but it takes a lot of humility on the people side, on the mentor side. And if a mentor's always caught up in their brain going like, I always want to be sure I get all the attention, we've had the best mentors in our life to where they can just be the behind the scenes kind of navigator, but are excited to help that next person get in the spotlight as well, but then to help that next person and help that next person.
Which is a rarity, and I think you should talk about this because I think there's a lot of business models out there that are amazing. But when you were in construction, you found people who were willing to help you, but they were only ever willing to help you to an extent. Because if they taught you to be better than they were in that industry, you were going to take their work. Whereas you got to find something where you find people who go, I want you to be better than me, and there's some kind of
invested interest
for them to be able to get something from that, right? So,
and there's nothing wrong with that. I think we get like, oh man, no, I want my mentor to be rewarded well for my efforts. I hope that I'm his biggest investment ever, and his biggest return because he sowed the most into me. And I think that's both a humility side on both pieces, where people got to be excited if somebody's willing to take their time, their money, their energy, and sow it into you with no expectations other than your dedication, your commitment, and your accountability. Heck yeah. I mean, we were excited for that. And then the fact that we've been challenged to outgrow our mentors daily, man, where's that? You know what I mean? That's like everybody's dream. I mean, at least for ambitious people. Because for me, I was like, if I can find that person who's willing to help me get what they've gotten, but even bigger and better, because we live in a different time. If somebody built something 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, but they're trying to teach you now and they want you to do better because times are different. Income's different, man. Like scalability is different. So they're going to help you produce what they did back then. Now, holy smokes, man, it's going to be through the roof. And so, baby, you're exactly right. It's a fun journey when somebody picks that up and they kind of understand that, they don't need to, wandering generality or a new original copy, right? We need people who are willing to kind of get in life with people.
One of our biggest pet peeves is when we sit down with people and we, talk about what we do and they say, so it sounds like you make money off of people, right? Or I researched, it sounds like you make money off of people. And I go, what doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. If you're an employee and you work at a restaurant, the owner of that restaurant makes 10 times an hour off of you what you make as an employee, right? Any business, if we had stayed in construction and you wanted somebody to mentor you, you were going to have to pay them to mentor you. They weren't going to do it for free, right? So they were going to make money off of you, right? And I think it's an interesting thing. You have to be willing in a way to go, if I can find somebody who goes, I am willing to invest a ton of time into you and help you be better than me, they should totally make money off of that. But how cool to find something that you don't have to pay the mentor, right? And I think that's where there's amazing systems out there and amazing business models out there where you can have that mentorship where people are highly invested in helping you be better than them and you don't have to pay them to do that.
And not negotiating with the methods. See, this is a big one that I think we get caught up in as we go, well, I want that mentorship, but I still want to do it my way. I used to deal with that in the fitness world all the time. I want a six-pack, Jake, but I'm only willing to do these few workouts. And you're going, well, then I can't help you get those results. And that's the thing. It was funny, when we met our mentors, I wasn't concerned about the methods he was going to teach me. I mean, legal, moral, and ethical, of course. I was like, great, man. I trust your outcome is there. So I trust your results. Whatever you're looking to teach me, man, I am an open book and I'm willing to learn. But I think we start to negotiate it with it. We start to go, well, that's not what I want to do, or this is not it. You can't take a piecemeal of things and expect the same result that somebody else has gotten, if that makes sense, right? I go, for Jolene and I, we just wanted to, not blindly, because I don't want to be an exact robot model of somebody else, because that's just weird. We don't need two of those same people walking around the world, but being able to take what they've done, duplicate their work ethic, duplicate their mentality, duplicate their hunger and their drive and their desire, and then the results are not a guarantee. Everybody wants a guarantee in life, but they're not willing to put a guarantee on their work ethic. And I just wanted to put a guarantee on our work ethic, know that it would pan out eventually, right? And stay following through on the path, and then everything was going to come to light. If you want to connect, you want to grow, you want to develop, you want to obviously take your life to another scale, man, we'd love to help you, because keep things really simple, keep things duplicatable, scalable. Everything can flow in a pretty effective time frame if you're willing to humble thyself, learn, grow, be accountable. Click the link, subscribe. We'd love to connect.